In today's video, I'm going to be testing out the best client-side server hosts for Minecraft. From Minecraft mods to popular clients like Lunar Client, I'll be looking at how easy they are to use and how they will perform. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one is worth your time. Lunar Client hosted world is quite simple. You just literally go to your menu, click host world, and then you can change the game mode, difficulty, the max slots, all the way up to 8. And then if you want the world privacy to be friends or invite only, and then you can customize the port however you like. I just put 99999 and then it's done. And then you get a little IP address in the corner, so you can either share that to your friend or they can join you through the friends menu. So I just go to my friends menu and I can click invites. Look how easy that is. He used the IP before I got to do that, but it was so easy to invite him to the game. It was great. If we press F3, we can see we're using about 50% of the memory. They actually give us 5 gig, which is actually like pretty good. We're currently using about between 1.5 and 3, it seems like right now. Not too bad. I did like how you can choose the player count. We'll see if others let you do that in this video. If we go ahead and open it again, you got allow cheats. You can change the game mode, difficulty. There's 8 slots max in hosted worlds. You can change the world privacy. It was very easy to invite my friend because I already had him on my friends list. I use Luna. A lot of people do use Lunar Client, so it's probably like gonna be like one of your defaults. So it's just gonna be easier to use because the majority of people do use Lunar Client. In itself does give it a few extra points. I've actually used Lunar hosted worlds before and I've never really had an issue with it. The only problem is mods going to be difficult. You can load I think 1.21.5 in Fabric, not Forge. Forge mods is going to be a bit hard to do. You're a bit limited there. Overall, it's a pretty good way of hosting a world to your friends for absolutely free. Another thing you got to mention, obviously, with these type of worlds, if you leave the game, everyone else gets kicked. They can't play the world unless you're in the game because you are technically the host. So that is a downside. It's just like hosting on LAN from your computer. It's pretty much like that, but a lot easier to do because hosting from LAN, sometimes you gotta go through command prompt to do it and stuff like that. But yeah, no, pretty decent Lunar Client worlds. For how easy it is to use, and you get 5 gig of RAM as well. I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Lunar Client hosted worlds. So when we loaded up Essential, my friend sent me an invite as a friend request. Makes it super easy to invite them later. Then you just make a single player world and then you just click invite. When you press escape, you can choose the game mode, the difficulty, cheats on or off, or a shared resource pack. That's really cool. And then it shows you your friends list and you just click invite, as simple as that. And then you can also change the world settings here. Quite a lot of settings there. And then a few minutes later, my friend joined because he's got a cosmetic on. He said he also mentioned he couldn't join for a bit. It just didn't work for a little bit, which is kind of strange. But yeah, as you can see, Essential is pretty good with its user interface. If I bring it up now, you just click escape and then just invite. That's pretty much it. The difference with Luna is that you can't actually change the amount of players. There's not as much customization here. I do like how you can share a resource pack. That's so cool. If you're doing an adventure map with your friends, if you made an adventure map, then you just automatically share the resource pack. That's so cool. When I press F3, it says we only have 2 gig of RAM and we're currently using about 50% of it, which is not as good as 5 gig, but sometimes it goes off what you've allocated from the Minecraft launcher. This is obviously a mod and not a client. It's a little bit different than Lunar Client. It is the same sort of concept where you've got a friends list here and you can just invite them to your world. It's like the same concept there. I have actually used Essential in the past. Specifically though, for modding, I played all the mods with my friend, if you know that mod pack. And it actually worked. We didn't want to pay for a server because we just wanted to test out the mod pack. But it actually worked. It took a little bit to load, but it managed to run all those mods. And if you played it before, there's a lot of mods. It managed to run all the mods and do a multiplayer world. So, for that, I really like Essential hosting. Here are all the world settings. You can disable elytra movement, immediate respawn, limited crafting. Players can only craft recipes they unlocked. Oh, drowning damage, fall damage, fire damage. Oh, wow. There's a lot. I can't actually go through all these. There's a lot of... Wow. There's a lot of settings. Okay, that's really cool. We didn't get this in Lunar Client. Another thing my friend mentioned when he joined the game is that whatever my render distance is, it also changed for him, which is interesting. Like I put my render distance on 12 right now, and when I changed it to 32, his also changed, which is pretty interesting to know. Overall, I'm probably gonna give Essential an 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, that is Essential, a mod that lets you play with your friends completely free. It's pretty cool. Okay, next up is Feather Client. It's really interesting because like Feather Client and Lunar Client are like quite similar clients in my opinion. Like they look similar, and turns out they have this open world thing here. Obviously you can click open to lab, it's a little bit more tough to do. Open world, and here you go. You can choose the game mode, you can choose the difficulty, cheats on or off. But look at this, you can have a maximum of 40 players on the server. That is a lot more than 8 players. That is crazy. And then you can actually choose a whitelist as well. And then if I just click start open world, it opens a folder for me, which is nice. And there you go, my world is open just like that. We have 2 GB of RAM allocated, which maybe it's not showing all of it. We got 50% usage right now. I mean, if it is really 2 GB of RAM, that's not enough for 40 people, not let alone like 10 people. But I like the customization there. 40 people, that you could do like a whole Hunger Games type game on this server. I don't know if it would quite run it, but you could. The difference between Lunar Client and Feather Client is that not as many people probably have Feather Client downloaded. So if you really wanted them to play on your world, you'd have to get them to download Feather Client first, and then they can join you through that. Because I'm 90% sure you can't play these worlds together unless the other person also has the client on. So a Lunar Client can't join a Feather Client server. But either way, it's still a free way to do it, and a really cool way of doing it. I like the whitelist feature as well. I guess you could do, can you do, I don't think you could do /whitelist on single player worlds technically. So that is a cool thing to do. Makes it easier if your IP gets leaked or something like that. I think the only downside is it's on Feather Client, which is, I mean, it's not a bad client at all. It's just not many people have it. But it is technically a lot better than Lunar Client hosted worlds, so I have to give it more. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's easy to use, and I mean, the performance isn't 5 GB, so it's technically a little worse, but features-wise, it's a lot better. So I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's about the same. I think I'm going to give it also an 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Okay, let's move on. Before we continue and showcase more, I would like to mention, by the way, look how, oh my God, look how nice this world looks right now with these shaders. I would like to mention that yes, you can literally just click open to LAN here. It's nowhere near as customizable as the other ways I'm showing. But also in a previous video where I compared server hosts, you can actually run a server on your PC. This does, however, solely rely on how good your PC is. And I actually did this in another video where I used command prompt to properly open a server on my PC. So if you'd like to go check that out, I'll leave the pin card in the top right of the screen. So click on that video if you would like to see what it's like running a server on your own PC. So that is definitely an option as well. This next one is a mod pack, and I've never actually heard of it, but when researching for this video, it looked really good, so I'm going to try and test it out. These are all the mods it uses. The one we're looking at mainly is World Host. Host your single player worlds without having to run a server or set up port forwarding. And you can change a bunch of these settings here. You got friends list on this mod pack as well. Whitelist, that's the server address there. And then you just click open externally, which looks like the normal way of doing it, and then boom, it gives you an IP address there and then the port as well. And just like that, you've got your own server. With one thing I noticed straight away is that you've got 10 GB allocated. We're only using 4% right now. The good thing about this mod pack is that it also has a lot of optimization mods, so it's going to run really good and really smoothly. And if your friends also have the same mod packs, then you're going to have a really smooth server. As well as having 10 GB is really good. That's going to make sure you can play with a lot of friends, and probably, I mean, you've already got mods here, but you could probably install a lot of mods yourself and play modded servers. So honestly, I would recommend this so much more than a server host, which you have to pay for. Obviously, the only downside is that they can only play when you're logged on as you're the host. But yeah, it comes with loads of other mods, like obviously Zoom and stuff like that. I'll leave like the link to the mod pack in the description. It's on CurseForge. That's where I got it from. It's called Vital. Another thing is like there's not really cool interface. You're literally using the default open to LAN button. It's just worded differently, called open externally. But yeah, no, I like this one. I'm gonna, performance wise, it's gotta be like the best one yet. But like, I can't really find a friends list or stuff like that, so it's a bit confusing like that. So I mean, it's gonna drop a few points there. Probably like a 7.5 out of 10. This one's really good. But if you're purely looking for performance, definitely use this one. Overall, Essential 1 with 8.5 out of 10. It's a really good mod. It's easy to use and performance is good. I'm a little bit biased because I've used it before, but Biasy is good because I've tested it properly and it performed very well when I used mods with it. Coming in just behind is Lunar and Feather with an 8 out of 10. They're both very similar. There's a little bit of difference, but overall, both of them are great. And then Vital is behind with 7.5 out of 10. However, it is actually one of the best performance-wise, giving you 10 gig of RAM, which is really good. Client-side server hosting is purely subjective, but at the end of the day, it is a free way of playing with your friends out on Java. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as Bedrock, is it? If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe so I can make more of these. And like the video, let's get to 100 likes. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye.